was always obsessed with blue hair. When I was a late teen, I made some paintings. I identified myself as the blue-haired girl, even though I didn't even have blue hair that time. Only at the age of 40 I dared to dye my hair blue. I always liked crazy hairstyles. I went to a nightclub in Lisbon where they had UV lights. So in that light my hair went up in flames and everybody was staring at me and I didn't know where to hide. At the age of 25 I got stopped by the police. And I had my hair up in two buns, like cat's ears. And the policewoman asked me, "Do you think you're a cat?" She thought I was so funny I didn't get a fine. I studied in Dublin and we had a project where we had to choose a famous artist or painter and cover an object in his style. I chose Gustav Klimt and I decided to cover with his patterns a human body. I was really interested in how to change the human body, always not just by dressing it, but also to distort it, to extend it, or even change the facial expressions with makeup or masks. And with this project, I started experimenting. With this project, I made some photos and made some slide sheets and projected these pictures on a model dressed in white. It was amazing how the patterns changed the human body. It was very interesting how the projected face reacted with the model's face. They created a third personality. The idea of this costume came from all my frustrations when I tried to solve a problem or deal with an issue. This performance takes place in the bureaucratic labyrinth of an office. This scene is about when you try to call somebody, you call an office and they put you on hold or they reconnect you with another department and this is so frustrating. When these other 9 people enter the stage and they reach out for the receivers and they pull them out from the skirt of the call center, the image looks like a huge spider with long legs. At one point, the call center takes out the scissors and then she cuts off these lines physically. So basically she's disconnecting herself with the callers. In this costume of mine, there is real physical connection between the singers. And there's also a metaphoric connection because all the voices are connected in this telephone call scene. In the visual performance PestiEsti in 2007, I did an instrument costume. There was an opera singer standing in the middle of the costume singing contemporary opera, partially improvising. And from her dress, like long silver arms of an octopus, grew out her monstrous big costume. The actors could play on this instrument and they connected to this costume by their body or by other instruments. The inspiration for this costume was when bored housewives called the plumber and while he's repairing their pipes, they are fantasizing about him. So I had a silver painted plumber and the sexy housewives came up to him and pulled out 9 washing machine pipes from his skirt and started singing into it. And with this singing, they were blowing up his costume. And they were connected physically to this big costume by the pipes, and also their voices were connected through the pipes. And I built in 5 ventilators into this costume, which the housewives secretly switched on while pulling out these pipes, and it looked like they are blowing up the costumes, but actually the ventilators made this job. I love challenges and I never really like when a good project finishes. I hope to continue finding solutions in my dreams if I focus on a costume problem before I go to sleep. This usually works for me.